Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the round 16 edition of the Football Town Show. And first up, Felipe Blay makes his first appearance for his new club Pascoe Vale as Kazim Majburi takes on his old side for Mickleham. Then Jose Portillo continues his red-hot form for CF Brunswick up against the high-flying Brimbank FC in 5th position. And then in the match of the round, Amin Kadad looks to lead his Hume troops up against the mighty Tombo Grigic and Metropolitan, who look to recapture the top of the table lead. Then Fernando de Moraes makes a return for the young Fitzroy squad, going up against Robert Armelini and Ashburton FC. Then after that, we have Christos Apostolakis as Vic Vipers go up against relegation-threatened FC Carlton. They'll be determined to get a shock result there. And in the last game of the night, Sam Dahani and Moreland take on Haydar Nor's FC Essendon. Before we move on to all this round's action, let's take a look at last week's results. Brimbank were way too good for FC Carlton, as were Mickleham over Fitzroy in a close one. Pascoe Vale defeated the Vipers in the match of the round, while there were also wins for Hume, Metropolitan and Brunswick. The first game on the card for round 16 saw Pascoe Vale FC, the High Flyers, the title favourites, go up against Mickleham FC, who were one of the favourites to drop down to the State League. And it didn't start off well for the lads wearing yellow, as Frenchman Sofiane Soufi drilled Pascoe Vale's first. Pascoe Vale's target man looking to get closer and closer up to the top goal scorers charts. Andre Caro soon inflicted more pain on their lower ranked opponents, chipping keeper Steve Carlsvern. Next on the score sheet was Breno Pilati, as Pascoe Vale were doing as they pleased, stamping their dominance from the early stages. A well-worked free kick from Mickleham's standing captain Lockie Campbell set up Iggy Filipovic for Mickleham's first real shot on goal, and it paid off, reducing the deficit 3-1. Moments later, it was Filipovic who came to his side's call yet again, and there was only a goal in it as half-time came closer and closer. Soon enough though, Mickleham's momentum run was halted by Pascoe Vale captain Andre Caro as he turned Majburi down the line and chipped Carlsson for one of the goals of the week and a 4-2 lead. The second half started in similar fashion to that of the first, as Sofiane Soufi got his side off to the dream start. He got his second of the game, and a beautiful interception from Andre Caro allowed Sofiane Soufi to get his third. The French striker is really playing a vital part in his side's title chase this season. Sitting comfortably with a 4-goal cushion, a fortunate goal to Iggy Filipovic made sure that Pascoe Vale weren't going to have everything their own way, but a penalty converted by Brazilian star Lucas Krull cancelled any hopes of a Mickleham comeback. Pascoe Vale continued on their merry way, passing and moving their way to countless goals. Sofiane Soufi pulling all the tricks out of the bag, getting his fourth of the game with a cheeky backheel. But Mickleham weren't done on the score sheet either. Vlado Zoric with a delightful through ball to first gamer Peter Miletus, the former Essendon man, showing he still has what it takes. Pascoe Vale, who are known for their passing and moving on the ground, are also quite good in the air. Ernie Simsek with a delightful volley from a corner. Soon the Pascoe Vale stalwart had his second, as Ernie Simsek was really turning it on, as there were rumours he could be trading himself out of the club in the next few weeks. Keeper Felipe Blay, who, as we mentioned, was playing in his first game for his new club, instigated the attacking move which set up Sofiane Soufi for his fifth of the game. And to cap off the 11-5 scoreline was a nice little story as Kazim Majburi scored against his old side. I'm here with Pascoe Vale's superstar keeper, Felipe Blay. Felipe, it's been a few weeks out waiting for your transfer from Carlton to Pascoe Vale. How does it feel to finally play under the Pascoe Vale badge?
Oh, it's always been a dream for me, you know, and it's very good to finally play a game. And we got a good win, good goal difference. So, yeah, at the end of the day, that's what matters, you know, a good win, 3 points, and yeah.
The next game on the card saw CF Brunswick taking on Brimbank FC. Both of these sides have had fluctuating performances this season, so it was anyone's guess who was going to take the 3 points today. But Brunswick certainly looked like they were out there to play. Jose Portillo getting the first of the game. Some dogged determination there by Clint McGoy allowed the loose ball to fall to Ruse Roslin, and the Bloods were soon 2-0 up. There was one small factor Brunswick had to deal with, and that was trying to contain the league's leading top scorer in Adam Alasevic. Alasevic reducing the deficit. But it was soon a 2-goal margin yet again, as poor marking from Brimbank allowed Ruse Roslin to get his second of the game, and then it went straight back down the other end in the same style poor defending from Brunswick allowed Ivan Zilic to get on the score sheet. A well-worked set piece by the Bloods almost saw Jose Portillo get his second, and it certainly was a chance missed as Alisevic levelled the scores up at 3-3, but there was more action to come just before the half-time whistle as Rouge Roslin capped off a star performance with his third goal of the game. The second half saw Adam Alisevic do what he does best, and that's scoring cracking goals to level the scores up at 4-4. But Brunswick had a little left more in the tank as a deflected goal of Rouge Roslin put the Bloods back into a well-deserved lead, and Felipe Tadashi capped off a brilliant passing move from the Bloods as their squad looks to be gelling together quite nicely. And with the 3 points all but secured, Jose Portillo got yet another assist, setting up Daniel Van Rijk for the 7-4 result.
With those 3 points today, you go 4 points clear of Carlton. How important was it today?
Well, it was really important. You know, we've been playing really, really well, but we haven't been winning, so it's all starting to come together. We always knew that we wouldn't be in that much relegation trouble, but it's just finally good to get the points on the board.
Saved, Shane again. Save from Chen. Da Silva, lovely. Zilic not tracking his man. And Da Silva runs straight through. Franjic, Joseph Franjic. What a belter. Drilled into the top corner from Joseph Franjic. That is a massive goal.
Look at Campbell, another save. He has been good tonight.
I'm Casey and you're watching the Football Town Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, for round 16, match of the round between Hume FC and Metropolitan FC. Both sides sit inside the top three and will be looking to push for top spot tonight. 3 points, ever so crucial. Both sides without some of their stars though. Hume FC are without Vadim Azurski, Resikul Kulaglu and Saj Sisek, to name a few. While for Metropolitan, they're still without leader Dino Udzepovic. However, some big transfers have filled up their roster. Let's go down to the action. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Huge encounter on a Friday night. This game being played earlier as Stevanovic has some early cracks at goal. First versus second as it plays out. Hume on top, Metro second. Here's Grigic. Kobo, brilliant 1-2. Grigic, Stevanovic, and oh, that's gone wide. Brilliant play from Metro, and had Grigic got on the end of that, it could have been 1-0. Here's Azam. Looking to start something up at the back is Harrison. George Harrison now down the line. Yang. Turnover now from Chrissy Yang, and Kobo plays it through, and Tomo Grigic. He's beaten Joe Baker on his near post, and Metropolitan lead 1-0 through their leading goal scorer. That's his 31st of the season, and what a season this man is having. So now Hume, not for the first time this season, will have to come from behind. Had to do it against Pascoe Vale and Ashburton. Can they do it tonight? Rogovski, that's a fantastic ball from young Matthew Rogovski. Played across as Harrison splunders a good chance. Harrison now again. This one misses Rogovski. Candelo. Played it wide, and now it's Charmy. Good ball from Charmy, and now Adam Husseini on the turn. Brilliant turn and shoot from Adam Husseini. He makes it 2-0. Charmy's ball's fantastic, and Husseini does that so well. And now Hume starting to really fall off the pace, and Ali Udzepovic. It's put in by Tomislav Grigic, and it's 3-0. And if Hume are not careful, Metropolitan could take this right away from them in the first half. So now Grigic with a double, and Adam Husseini has one to his name as Harrison, Azam, and Michelis. That's a poor turnover now, and Ali Udzepovic, he can go on a counter-attack, and Husseini, he beats Baker again. Husseini gets his second, and Metropolitan lead 4-0. in the opening half. Radzepovic saw some space to move. He ran at Harrison, and Husseini's first time shot hit the back of the net. Well, Hume look absolutely stunned. They've gone behind 4-0, something they've not been used to. And how will they respond from this? Harrison winding up, big strike. Charmy making a big save as it goes out for a corner. Michaelis, as Harrison will have one last dig, you'd think. It's gone high and wide. But that'll be half-time, ladies and gentlemen. Metropolitan will go into it 4-0 to the good. Stay tuned for the second half. Now we're back here for the second half. 4-0, as we said. Doubles from Grigic and Husseini have Metropolitan firmly in the driving seat now, but that's a poor ball, and now Yang plays it wide. Parlak, and back to Chrissy Yang. Husseini doesn't follow his man, and Yang taps home at the back post. Really good play, link-up play there from him and Parlak. And now Hume are back in the hunt. There's Harrison. Michaelis. He beats Stevanovic, and now Harrison. Still 20 minutes left, and Hume will think now they're in with a big chance. It's just played through by Michaelis, and now it's Mehmet Parlak, who played provider for the first goal. He puts it home here, and it's 4-2 within 2 minutes of the restart. Metro faltering in typical Metropolitan fashion. As we've seen, Tomislav Grigic has not started this half, and they have not looked the same side. Away goes Michaelis again, as Hume look a completely different side, and Michaelis just putting it wide there. Good strike nonetheless. Harrison now will go back and wind this up. Or will he? No, he won't. Michaelis. And now Harrison again, back post for Govsky. 4-3. And Hume have rallied their way back. In around 6 minutes of play, Harrison's ball to the back post, found Rogovski. Here's Rogovski again. Husseini chesting it down. Kobo. In only his third game, and what a big game it is, as Radzepovic forces Baker into a good save. He and Candelo have only transferred 3 weeks ago. What an impact they've had. Now Azam. Falls back, and here's Rajovski. Was a good ball, but Yang nowhere near it. Charmy. Grigic. And now Rajovski clearing. Turnover, and Ali Radzepovic. Oh, and it slipped through Baker. Clearly not happy with himself. And for good reason. A very soft goal by his standards, Joey Baker. And now Metropolitan are leading 5-3. They go again now with Baker. Azam. Coming through the middle, Yang. Michaelis. Brilliant ball movement here from Hume. And now Azam plays to the back post, and Harrison puts it away. Swift play by Hume, and good play by Hume. Exactly the way we know they can play. But no one getting back to block that pass, and Harrison does it easy at the back post. Husseini had it blocked by Yang, and Michaelis will run at Candelo. Oh, and Candelo stuck a leg out, and he could be in trouble here. Gustavo Candelo, yes, he's been sent off. Exactly the same as Adam Husseini's against Brunswick. Definitely a foul, and definitely a red card. And now Azam, they have 3 players to deal with. Can they make the most of it? Hume will move it around. Oh, brilliant save there by Ryan Timmins, who's only just come into the game. Azam struck well. And Timmins did even better. Yang. Michaelis. And Michaelis still going. Now played wide for Harrison, and then Azam. Harrison. Yang. Hume moving the ball a lot better now. And Harrison, oh, he's rattled the post. Great ball movement again. And Harrison so unlucky not to equalise. And now Hume starting to get a little nervous. Can they work their way out of this? As Yang played a wide Parlak, and it's 5-all. Hume have come from the death, 4-0 down at half time, and they've done the business. It's 5-all with a minute to go. Can they hang on? Stevanovic drilled it in, and it's just cut out there by Baker. Dying stages now. Alija Radzepovic plays in Tomo Grigic, and he's surely won it now for Metropolitan. Tomislav Grigic has made it 6-5 with his 33rd goal of the season. What a season he's having, and he's surely won another game for Metropolitan. What a feeling. There will be no time now, and Metropolitan are ecstatic. They'll go back to the top of the V-League Premiership for another week, and they absolutely love it. What a game we have witnessed, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm here with one of the star defenders from Metro FC, Adam Husseini. What a great game tonight by the boys.
Oh, it's just fantastic, Theo. I'll try and answer all those questions in one. That's Metropolitan for you. I mean, they get away to a good lead, and you know, we always somehow just drop our heads a bit and get a bit complacent, and yeah, we let them back in, but we hung on, and that's what you need to do if you want to win the league.
Gustavo got a red card towards the end of the game tonight, and you've really dug deep with 3 players, and to win the game, you must be proud of all the fellas.
Oh yeah, mate, it's against all odds really when we let them back in. I mean, it was a carbon copy of my red card against Cameron Holmes. I mean, is it, isn't it? Probably is, and yeah, we hung on. I think they're a bit young, you know, and I think the pressure got to them. I think they've done really well, and Mint's done a top job, but I think their youth cost them. I think they were very nervous in the first half, and then I think they didn't have that experience to hang on in the end. So, well done to Hume, good luck, and hopefully they can beat Pascoe for us.
Cleared by Carbon Reserve. Really well done by Zurich. Lovely goal, not a yell. Absolute quality. Andrea Farina gives them a high five, says, that's a nice goal. Gets the Vipers on the board within a minute. Quick fire stuff. That's what the Vipers were lacking. Viter off his line, shutting that down. Tahani finishes it off. Classy finish.
Hi, I'm Anna, and you're watching the Football Town Show. Go Futsal!
Welcome back to the Football Town Show, ladies and gentlemen, where we wrap up the final clashes of the night. And the next game on the card saw Ashburton FC, who are looking to hold on to their spot in the top 4, go up against Fitzroy FC, boasting the return of Fernando de Moraes. And believe it or not, it was in fact the Brazilian who got on the score sheet first, scoring a peach of a goal, a well-worked team goal, and you can tell that this Fitzroy team's training sessions have been paying off. Angelo Fusca held off Mateo Rocca to set up captain Alistair Dunlop, who, to be fair, had a poor week last week by his standards, but the youngster looked to be at his best yet again as he latched onto a cheeky chip by Ilhan Altuntash, and he was put in one-on-one with the keeper, and he made no mistake, scoring his second of the game and putting Fitzroy into a commanding lead. There were some serious issues as Ashburton failed to clear the ball out of their defence, Ilhan Altuntash putting Fitzroy into a further 4-0 lead. And just as it looked like there was no coming back for Ashburton, Mateo Rocca gave his side a fighting chance going into the half, 3 goals down. There weren't many out there who gave Ashburton hope, and it didn't look good to open the second half as De Moraes hit the inside of the post and Robbie Armelini got across to block Alistair Dunlop's strike, but De Moraes made up for his uncharacteristic miss with an absolute screamer from just over halfway. The score was now 5-1. And Ashburton were now going for broke. They had to resort to the fly keeper role. Robbie Armelini, playing as the 5th man, came on and scored with immediate effect. Going with the saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, Ashburton kept on with Armelini in goals, and it paid dividends, the Italian getting his second, to then make the deficit 5-3. Mateo Rocca's influence from the middle of the park was also having a great influence on his side as the standing captain made it 5-4, and then when awarded a dubious penalty in the last minute of the game, the remarkable comeback was complete.
I'm here with giant Italian striker from Ashburton FC, Mateo Rocca. What an absolute fantastic effort that was. 5-all with Fitzroy FC, a team with Fernando and Mark Burton. How does it feel, Mateo?
Look, we came here and we thought we could win this game because, we sit in 4th, so we are a good team. But then, after like 10 minutes, we realized that was not easy at all, and we were 5-1 down, and so it was pretty impossible to do a comeback, but we did, so we're pretty happy with that.
The next game to follow was quite an intriguing one, as the Vic Vipers, who were in a bit of a form slump, took on FC Carlton, who were desperate to get out of the relegation zone. They were sitting in 9th, and it was the Vipers who showed the attacking intent early on. TC Bakur struck just missing the outside of the post. Carlton had a close chance of their own as JP Nikolakopoulos just missed Sinead Aiden's through ball. And the game was soon turned on its head as hat-trick hero from last week, Morris Edwards, completed a brilliant 1-2 with striker Paul Montagna to put Carlton 1-0 in front. Carlton defender Iraklis Kolokitas could have made it 2-0 for Carlton just before the break, but fortunately for the Vipers, it went wide. The second half sprung into life as Charles Najab set up Tom Caraglio for his first goal in Carlton colours, and weren't his boys happy about it. They were 2-0 up against one of the giants of the game, but that 2-0 lead didn't last long, as poor marking from the normally defensive-minded Carlton allowed Miguel Barrigos to score an absolute cracker from a corner. The scoreboard pressure didn't stop Carlton going on their merry way. Charles Najab scoring an absolute screamer from the tightest of angles, restoring his side's 2-goal buffer. But by no means were the Vipers done with yet. TC Bakur getting his first goal of the season in Vipers colours with a brilliant finish from yet another corner. Goals from corners seem to be the trend of the night, as Charban Rajab scored his second and probably the pick of all the goals to put Carlton into a 2-goal lead. It didn't matter when Jason Barrientos scored his last-minute consolation goal as Carlton ran out 4-3 winners.
Charban, a close 4-3 win over one of the giants of the game. What does a win like this for FC Carlton mean?
Well, as you can see, we're battling for top 8, stay out of relegation, and we've got to make every point count, and especially a team that's above us on the ladder. It helps us keep in touch with Brunswick and the Fitzroys, and hopefully it's enough to keep us going for the rest of the season, gives us confidence.
The final remaining game on the round 16 card saw FC Essendon, the bottom place team, take on Moreland FC, who were sitting just above them in 11th position. Things didn't go to plan to start off for Essendon, as Hassan Topal hit an own goal past his unsuspecting keeper. Then defender Sedat Akyol made it 2-0, and Moreland were well on their way. Essendon were really struggling to try and get the ball properly out of defence. The loose ball fell to Osman Kos, and he set up Sam Dahani for his first goal upon his return to B-League action. Andrew LePage, who read the ball beautifully for an interception, got Moreland's fourth, and he continued his impressive form, which he has been the star player for Moreland in the last couple of weeks. But unfortunately for LePage, he gifted Essendon their first goal of the game with a deflected side ball. And then Haydar Noor, the man who scored 5 goals for Essendon last week, got their second, and it was soon game on at 4-2. And wouldn't you know it, Essendon failed to get the ball out of defence yet again. This time it was youngster Salih Sefil who took his chance off the bench and scored to extend the lead by 3 goals. Hoping to achieve their first points in a matter of games, this was Essendon's best chance to achieve a result, and Akin's strike reduced the deficit and made the dream that much more a reality. But Sam Dahani was proving a hard man to stop, running right through the middle of the pitch to score an absolute belter. There was more magic to come from Moreland as Osman Kos, Andrew LePage and Dahani, the 3 quality players from Moreland, all linking up for what was one of the goals of the night. Dahani was soon at it yet again as he got his 4th of the game, and it was a wonder why Darren Saban doesn't bring the big man down for more games, as he could be a vital cog in Moreland's bid to stave off relegation. But the best was certainly left till last, as Salih Sefil claimed undoubtedly the goal of the week in the 9-3 result.
Now, you've had a differing season here with Moreland compared to winning the title with Pascoe Vale last season. What are the differences between Moreland and Pascoe Vale, the challenges you face week in, week out?
Pascoe Vale, such a great experience, like with all the Brazilians like Andre, Joao, Ernie. I learned a lot from them, and yeah, I'm trying to show myself, play my best, and yeah, show myself to the other team. So,
well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. What a round of futsal we've had. Benny Gearbock there for Ashburton masterminded a masterful comeback against Fitzroy, against all odds. Have a look at the results. Metropolitan, as we saw in that classic match of the round, were too good, as were Pascoe Vale for Mickleham and Brunswick over Brimbank. While we mentioned the thrilling draw for Ashburton and Fitzroy, and the Vipers and Moreland also claimed rare wins. Taking a look at the ladder now for the first time this season, there's only one change, and it's right at the top. Pascoe Vale reclaiming their place in first position, albeit on goal difference by 9 goals over Metropolitan, while Carlton, Mickleham, Moreland and Essendon remain in the drop zone. Taking a look at the top goal scorers now, there's no changes in the positions there either. Adam Alisevich from Brimbank leads the way on 36. Only 3 goals ahead of Metropolitan's Tomo Grigic after his 3-goal heroics in the match of the round. Ali Radzevic, Sofyan Sufi and Matej Rajoski follow behind. Let's take a look at the clashes for round 17 next week. You're not to miss Pascoe Vale and Fitzroy as Fernando de Moraes takes on Brazilian compatriot Andre Caro, while Moreland and Hume, that's always a heated derby, while Metropolitan and Ashburton battle it out for positions in the top 4. As always, ladies and gents, thanks for joining us. Let's go to Goal of the Week.